First, our top story. Former Atlanta police officer Garrett Rolfe is back on the force.
The decision made just before noon by Atlanta's Civil Service Board. And this comment just released, it says in part due to the city's failure to comply with several provisions of the code and the information received during witnesses' testimony, the board concludes the appellant was not afforded his right to due process. CBS 46's Adam Murphy is live tonight on Rolfe's reinstatement.
And today's decision does not mean the former officer will be back on the street. Adam.
The Atlanta Civil Service Board determined that Officer Rolfe was not granted due process, and that is why they decided to give him his job back. Now, we're out here off University Avenue in Atlanta where there once stood a Wendy's, and this is where the fatal shooting of Rayshard Brooks took place. And again, that Wendy's has been taken down after it burned due to protests. Now, last month, Rolfe appealed the city's decision to fire him. He also sued Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms and interim police chief Rodney Bryant, arguing that he used deadly force, quote, within the scope and course of his duties in response to Brooks's violent, unlawful, aggressive resistance to a lawful arrest. Now, Rolfe still faces 11 charges, including felony murder, after body cameras showed Rolfe fire his weapon after Brooks resisted arrest and tried to fire a taser at Rolfe. Now, this afternoon, Brooks' family's the family attorney for the Brooks family, I should say, spoke out about the decision to reinstate the officer, saying he's received more justice than the Brooks family.
But we find it mind-boggling that our elected officials and the former chief weren't aware of the proper procedure to fire an officer. So now it is questions of, was that done to temporarily pacify the protesters and the people around the world that were upset?
Now, Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms issued this response late today saying, quote, had immediate action not been taken, I firmly believe that the public safety crisis we experienced during that time would have been significantly worse. Now, back live here at the scene of this fatal shooting from last summer, the Wendy's was demolished, as I said, after protesters burned it to the ground. A fence surrounds the property today, and all is quiet here for now, but we have learned of a protest scheduled for 5 o'clock this evening outside City Hall. We'll continue to follow these breaking developments. We're live in Atlanta. Adam Murphy, CBS 46 News.
Adam, thank you. And right